Hey everyone, welcome back. Happy 1st of July. Yes, we are approaching the July 4th weekend. Holiday upcoming for those of you located in the United States. Great time to be a fan of baseball as well. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark with the Better Mark. And thank God yesterday is over. You guys can get on me all you want. That was a very unfortunate evening. Going 2-4. We did hit a plus 140 within the Astros. So that was a very, very, nice rebound, but still not enough to get into the green territory. So it was one where the ball was not going our way. We had a lot of games that kind of just were complete outliers. We saw what happened within the Dodgers. We saw probably one of the worst outings that I've ever seen from a Dodgers pitcher, and the list goes on. It just kind of was kind of an outlier, kind of a weird little spot here where we had some unfortunate events, but excuses are excuses, and that doesn't happen. So we're back at it. Weird spot today as well. We have only 3 games, on the card. So to kick off the month of July, we have 3 games, and they're kind of not necessarily blockbuster games either. So it will be interesting to see what happens. We're gonna have a little bit of fun today. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys my leans, and my indications, some of my breakdowns, some of my feelings and thoughts on these games, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm putting $100 on a 4-leg parlay. I'm just gonna have some fun here. I try to kick off the month of July with a home run. So I will let you guys know what I'm doing in that. As always, though, if you do want to do a solid, you do like talking sports gambling, theory, and I give my best bets every day. Make sure you guys all subscribe down below, smash that like button, and I really like reading your guys' comments when you kind of rag on me, or give me praise, as well as what bets you'll be making. So I welcome both sides, right? And I don't like to bullshit anybody. If my stuff is off and it stinks, let me have it. And if it's great, that always makes my day to see you guys do well in that regard. So I appreciate you guys, and I know it's a shorter card, so we're gonna have a little quicker video here. A couple more minutes, and we'll get you guys out of here. All right, but if you do want to help out the channel, channel memberships are available. There's a link down below in the description, as well as oddsjam. That's where you can get up to 35% off of your membership. This is probably one of the best betting resources that I've started using. I use a couple different resources, but for what I bet, and kind of how valuable my time is, just juggling a lot of schedules and other things I'm involved with, this is something where it definitely does put time back in my pocket, and I have no problem just paying the small nominal fee. Okay. So check it out. Links down below. 35% off the month or annual pass. That's going to be very exciting for football season. Also, if you guys are in a daily fantasy, check out what oddsjam has to offer, because it's truly invaluable. Okay, but enough about that. Let's get into the actual picks. This is where we're looking into the oddsjam. I'll give you guys a quick little glance into what small features you can do from this. Okay, but this is where let me pull this up for you guys. Okay, so this is where we're going to look into oddsjam. You can see these 3 games: Houston, Toronto, Mets, Washington, and Milwaukee Brewers with the Colorado Rockies. So a couple things to note. In these games, we do have a very, very interesting kind of setup here where I don't really know why they're playing 3 games. So if you guys have any insight into that, please let me know. I think that when we look into kind of the bigger picture here, there's something that we're going to get seeing where we're approaching that second quarter of the Major League Baseball season kind of concluding. I talked to you guys about that and how I view that in terms of betting. I like to break the MLB season into quarters, because I think that with a 162 game length, you run into a lot of issues where, quite frankly, it is, you get different teams for different parts of the year, right? We've seen that from a lot of teams that started cold. Astros, prime example. Okay, so we're going to be featuring that tonight. The Mets, they got off to a slow start, and they've been the hottest team in baseball. So you will have these teams have very good months. There's a lot of variance in baseball. That's what makes it profitable, and that's also what makes it very challenging for a lot of people out there. So let's get into that first game, though. Houston Astros. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with a couple of these players approaching trade deadlines for the Blue Jays. I wouldn't mind seeing Vladimir Guerrero in a Yankees jersey. I think that would fit him very well. But it's unfortunate if they have to break up that bunch from Toronto. As an Indians fan, watching a couple of those, playoff games and matches. I actually was on my honeymoon in the Caribbean when the Toronto Blue Jays, the Indians swept them. I think they won the series 4-1 or so, or 4-0. So that was a very, very strong performance. Missed those Indians. They should have won it that year, but we live in the present. That's not neither here nor there. But anyways, enough rambling about that. I just want to tell you guys, I'll give you guys my best bets, and then we're going to put it all together for a 4-leg parlay. Kind of have some fun, like I said. But we are going to be taking Houston on the run line, -1.5, plus 116. Love the value here. Okay, we have Hunter Brown going against Uriel Rodriguez. Hunter Brown, for a lot of people, though, I will tell you guys, when it comes down to it, a lot of people are betting against him right now. Started off the year horribly and has been one of the best pitchers in baseball over the last month or so. So a lot of people are going to be betting against Hunter Brown, especially in the spot where we saw the game go to extra innings last night. And what an output. I believe it was the 11th, maybe 14th inning. I can't remember. I was watching a lot of sports yesterday and the golf. But, depleted bullpen for the Astros. Hunter Brown calling for regression. Paves the way for a lot of people to be on board with the Blue Jays, right? Me, not so fast. I like the over in this game as well. I think we're going to get into a little bit of a slugfest, personally. And just imagine what's going to happen in this Astros lineup when they get Tucker back into the fold. Okay, so hopefully he can come back healthy. I know there's probably a lot of Astros haters out there, but kind of had a little kind of a soft spot for the Astros. That was one of my childhood teams, little league teams, I should say, or whatever you want to call it. That I played with that logo for a long time. So always root for the Astros despite all that scandal. But we will take the Astros -1.5 on the run line. Next game is David Peterson, Mackenzie Gore, Nationals and Mets. Personally, I am all about Mackenzie Gore, but I looked into some of the game logs from this last time that the Mets and Nationals met. We see that Mackenzie Gore got blown out of the water, and now the Mets are hitting the ball a little bit better. So in this contest, I look for the Mets to continue their streak. 40-41 on the year. Let's see if they can get to 500 tonight. Let's take the Mets on the money line, -104. And we are also going to look into the over 8 in this game. That is going to be part of my parlay as well. Take the over 8 and the Mets on the money line. So that will be in the fold as well. But that's kind of where I'm at within this game. I think that the Mets get the Gore. I think the Nationals are going to be able to put up some runs. And I think that we cover 8 pretty clearly and easy in this game. Okay. And the last one is Austin Gomber and the Rockies hosting the Brew Crew. Bryce Wilson's serviceable. I think he can get the job done here. Also, Gomber has been kind of a horrid pitcher. He's on the fade list, and I think that we're going to get this done from a run line perspective. However, due to the game being in Coors Field, I wasn't all about taking multiple runs. Although I do see the potentiality for the Brew Crew to get done with winning this game with margin, like an 8-0, 8-1 game. So it's kind of how I see it. So I'm backing Milwaukee on the money line. I think -141 is a good price. If you're able to find that, that was the price a little bit earlier. Now I think I'm seeing closer to 150, but apologize for getting this video out a little later in the morning. I had some stuff come up, but I did want to get you guys the coverage for today. So that about wrap it up. Short but sweet, 3 games. Let's see what happens. We're gonna have a little fun. Put a little fun coupon on this money line parlay, and just see what happens. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I'm not going to bet these games individually. If I did have to bet one of these games individually, I would probably lay pretty substantial unit size on the likes of the Houston-Toronto game. I know a lot of people like Toronto, but personally, I think the Astros are a lineup that I don't want to get in face of. So that's kind of where I feel about it. If I had to rank these in order, they probably are in order. I probably would just switch the Mets and the Brewers in terms of confidence rating. But that parlay plays 965. So parlays are not good to do. Just coming off a 2-4 game record yesterday, picking games. I always bet on myself to bounce back. It's just kind of what I do. So I will double down. Some people call it chasing. I call it winning. So we'll see what happens. So 4-leg parlay today. Probably gonna throw a bone on it and see what happens at the end of the day. Hopefully we come out victorious and we can have a lot of celebrations tomorrow on the channel. But that's what I got in store for you guys. Please remember to check out links down below. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.